Hello, hello. Welcome. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We are in full Christmas decor mode here. It was nice on Saturday, so we decided to get the outside lights up. Of course, the tree's here, so yeah, we're ready. I've never done my stuff this early, but just felt like we kind of needed it this year. So I hope you're all enjoying the holiday, and it's going to be a little different. But it's okay. We'll be good. I can see light at the end of the tunnel, and I don't think it's a train. I think we are going to start to see by next summer things might get back to somewhat normal. But in the meantime, hey everybody. But in the meantime, I am super excited to share some really cool new things coming with you. We're going to make a card tonight combining two of my favorite things, and I get picked on a lot when I would show you something and go, oh, and this is my favorite new. I say favorite things a lot. Not even Oprah. I just say it a lot. So let me show you some of the things that I have in line for you in store, what's coming. So this is my blog, simple to find, just karamiller.com, super easy. Hey, Diane, Becky, Janie, welcome, ladies. I'm sure I missed somebody, so I won't go through all the names. And you see, when you come to my blog right here, you'll see Let's Learn Cricut Club. And this is something that I have honestly wanted to do for a long time. And a lot of it just didn't fit when if I was doing Stampin' Up, or it didn't really fit if I'm all Stampin' Up. The world is different right now in my world, and I need this. I need to have our friendship and our membership in one location, not just on Facebook pages wherever we are. Hey, Deborah, so if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see where it says it's happening. Yeah, I know. I'm super excited about it. I finally figured out all the logistics of how to make it work. So here's what it is. Will be a community of Cricut lovers. Doesn't have to be just paper, doesn't have to be vinyl. It can be any, but we will be using Design Space and any of the machines that work with that. It is a membership fee of $30 a month. And for that, on the first of the month, you will be admitted to the month's classroom. And in that classroom, you're going to find 2 project classes. They will be live, but you'll see the links to them and what they are. Some technique tutorials. You're also going to get a collection of classes that I've done, recent ones, not old ones. And you may have already enrolled in them, and maybe you didn't. As long as you're a member, you'll have access to this library that I'm building. We start December 1st. I'm busy between turkey and membership. We're going to be good. Lots of cool things. The whole list is here for you. You can read it all. Again, just karamiller.com. Click on the blog, and you can see what it is. This is what is going on this week. I have a couple of extra things for you this week that are not part of the membership. Well, members get it too, but this is for everybody tonight. And every Monday night, I will still be here on Facebook doing something fun. But this is, and the special Facebook group. We've started to build our community. We've started to grow, and I can't wait to share it all with you. And this is my new motto. It's also behind me on the wall. If I move out of the way, you can probably see it. There it is. Let's just be grateful for everything. Everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to be grateful that we have it, right? Okay, so tonight I'm combining vinyl and paper and stamps. And you're thinking, really? That's how they go? Vinyl is such a cool item. Because 1, it's already sticky, so you don't have to worry about an adhesive. And 2, because how thin it is, it lets you cut fonts and details that would never be successful with paper. So let's see how to do it. First things first, the file that I'm using tonight, which is this lets you create So Very Thankful. That's in the store. Oh, I hope it's not blurry. Is it blurry to others? Okay, good. I hope it's not. This file is in the store. So again, if you're not sure where that is, you can just go to, let me get there. If you just go to this page, the blog, and click on Just SVGs, you will go in and you'll see this is a free one that I have, is this one right here. Okay, so there's where that is if you want to duplicate what we're doing. Am I blurry? Or is it the other screen when I'm sharing the screen? Okay, good. Phew. It could be, I mean, I'm doing lots of different things with it, so it could be. It could also be glitter that's on my phone because it was in my pocket with an ornament today. And I noticed that there was glitter all over my phone. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about how we do this. The other one. All right. So when I go here, this is a little blurry. Yeah, it's my computer screen, so that's possible. All right. So once you purchase your SVG, which again, it's free, you're going to upload it and bring it into Design Space. The one thing you're going to want to make sure is that you figure out how wide your card is. How big do you need it? Remember, this is an 8.5 by 11, cut in half. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So this is 5.5. So I want to make sure that my text is going to fit on there. So I'm going to change this to 5.25. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it. Now the only thing I need to do is make sure that I tell Cricut, or tell Design Space what Cricut I'm using. I can do this on the Joy. Now Joy, let me come back to me for a minute. Joy has a unique kind of vinyl that's only available for the Joy. It comes on a backing, and it means that you don't need to use a mat. I'm not a big fan. I find it really tricky to get it to cut the way I want it to cut. So I'm not using that. Cricut vinyl has definitely improved over the years, but I'm still, an Oracle is the name brand of the vinyl that I am in love with. And I'll post all these links for you on the blog after we're done tonight. And I shop at a company called Expressions Vinyl. They have amazing delivery. They're really supportive. They have really cool stuff. Look at one of their vinyls that they have going right now. This buffalo plaid, right? Isn't that cool? Anyway, I'll post all the links for that stuff so you can look at it later. But what you need to do is when you choose what it is, now let's go look at the materials for a second. You can check all categories and go straight to vinyl. And remember, I said December was all vinyl. When you look in here, you can see there are gazillions of kinds. If you look over here and you see the little Cricut logo, that means that it is a Cricut brand vinyl that it's talking about. And if you are using Cricut vinyl of any variety, look on the package and see what it is, and make sure you choose the right setting by picking the right name. The one advantage to using Cricut is that it has settings for it, but I will tell you, I am using, let me grab it for you so I can tell you exactly which one it is. I am using Oracle 651 Matte Finish. So that's this. And you can tell on the back, it tells you what it is. All right. Yeah, I'm not Marion. I want to be, but I'm just not. One of the things you'll notice about me is that I don't work for Cricut. I am not a Cricut product expert. Which is an official title from them. I'm me. So I can tell you honestly what I think of things. I don't sell it, so it doesn't matter to me what you use. Okay? All right. So I picked straight up vinyl to use to cut this Expressions Vinyl Oracle. So straight vinyl. I didn't have to go through all the other things. None of that. Didn't matter. Okay? All right, so I already cut mine so that I don't take up a lot of time cutting the vinyl. And when you cut vinyl, this is what you get. And I'm going to see, oh, I can zoom on this. I forget. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Why are you not letting me zoom? Anywho, let me see if I can you see? There it is, right? All right, so this is where we're going to weed our vinyl. And I'm not a giant fan of vinyl, of weeding the garden either, but you know, we'll make it work. So you're going to, oh, this is the little weeding tool. It looks sort of like a dental instrument. And you're going to get this started and then gently peel it away. Make sure that you don't get the parts you don't want. If it starts to be tricky, go to the other end and try that. I'm messing this one up. Hold on. Good thing I did it more than once. Let me try again. It's totally me, not the vinyl. I don't know why it's giving us a hard time because I peeled the one that you see on the card. Weeding is not my favorite, and it knows it, and I said I didn't like it. Especially when it's something this tiny. But now if I cut this out of letters, it would be, if I cut this out of paper, it wouldn't work at all. This is because I started this earlier and now it's not happy. See how you just kind of take your time, don't get carried away, especially when it's something so skinny. And make sure, I'm taking away the part I don't want and making sure that the part I do want stays on the backing. All right, and you just keep gradually moving it along. Take your time. Don't rush it, because if I just grabbed this and pulled, I could have pulled the whole thing off and had a really big mess. I'll show you that in a second, how you can do that. So what happens when that happens? There is no saving it. There isn't. You're going to go back and cut it again. You're just not going to save this if you've messed it up. All right, so just take your time. Expression is the company, and 143 is a company as well. The brand that we're using is Oracle, is the one I'm using. It is, but you could never get it with, you couldn't do that out of paper. So then I'm going to take the pick and I'm going to come and get these little tiny pieces, and I like to just put them here. And you just kind of pick it away. Right? You see why I didn't cut this with you? We'd be here all night. And again, you weed away the parts you don't want. So this is the part I'm going to want on my card, right? Keep reading. Get out of here. Right, Troy is the owner of 143 Vinyl. You can see that we get to like a lot of these places. Again, I do not own either of those companies, so you can use whatever one works good for you and delivers in a way that you like. There. Almost. The goal in our membership is to share. We're not about selling product. We're about shopping your stash in our membership. We'll share, we'll enable, we'll tell you about cool places that we found. Becky's a great sharer, but the membership is not about a product. If you start pulling this and you just pull, look what happens. You know, you kind of miss letters, you rip it. There's no saving that. Just get rid of it and start fresh, okay? So the next thing that you need is transfer tape. Transfer tape is the clear tape that's going to help you move it from here to the card. But first I'm going to get my card ready. So I'm going to let that sit right there for a second. I picked my background paper. This is from, let me look at its name because I won't remember what it's called, and I never remember. The quite curvy bundle that's available. Oh, all of December, all the projects in membership are vinyl. So if you are in the club, yep, you will be doing that. And I do have some classes that are not in the club. Oh, and if there's a class that's not included in the club, club members will get a discount too. Okay, so I need this piece and this, but first I'm going to stamp on it. And I am using the trees from Winter Woods, right? These trees. And I stamped with some crumb cake. Alrighty. Those trees are so detailed and so pretty, right? It's not allowing me to do something, but never mind. Okay, so we got that. This is going to go right on the front of here. So I'm going to put that down. Okay. And now I'm ready to get my vinyl over here, right? So I can't just pick it up or it'll look like that mess I had before. So that can't happen. Becky, this is from it's called Classic Christmas 6x6. It's from that quite curvy bundle. So transfer tape. I'm gonna unsticky it a little. It's called fuzzing in other land, but we're just going to make it not quite so sticky, and we're going to put it down so we cover all of our vinyl. It's clear, so it's hard to see. Put it down so it covers all my vinyl, right? See it? Okay. Now I'm going to go over and make sure my vinyl sticks. This is called burnishing. You can use, I like to use my fingers so I get good control. You can use this tool and kind of go over it. And then it's so simple. You're just going to peel it away, making sure everything sticks to the transfer tape. And again, this is really fine, but that's what makes it so beautiful. So now I have it on the transfer tape, right? The reason we defuzzed it a little, we fuzzied it up, was so the transfer tape won't stick to the paper super strong. So then I'm going to figure out where I want this, and it's nice because I can see through it, and lay that down. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to push down right where the vinyl is so that the vinyl gets to stick. And then gradually roll this little transfer tape back ever so gently. Rub and pull. Isn't it? And then when you get to the end, you can save this and use it again. You're going to just kind of make sure everything is down, and then you get this incredible look where, and it feels cool too because you can feel the vinyl. So it adds a little something, and it's something you could never do. You wouldn't get this look. Maybe heat embossing, if you had a stamp that said that, you might be able to get that look too, but vinyl is my friend. And it sticks because it's sticky already. I didn't have to figure out what kind of adhesive I was going to use. There's no way you'd get paper to cut this skinny. All right, so what the beauty of cutting it with vinyl is it lets you use fonts that are super tiny. Yeah, the transfer tape that I use, I have had this roll for 100 years. Not really. It's an Expressions vinyl. Let me see if I can get you in there. See it? It's just their clear transfer tape. And I have had, this is 100. Cheryl, that's a great question. When you're cutting on regular vinyl, you don't need it to go backwards. When you're cutting on heat transfer vinyl, which is the iron-on, that needs to go backwards, and you need to tell, there's a setting in Cricut that you need to tell it to do that. But when you're cutting on regular vinyl, it's not going to be backwards. It's sticky on the back. So it's okay that it goes right across. I don't think you can see it on here. Can you see where it was? The sticky is on this piece. Right, Susan? It lasts forever. So Cheryl, when you cut it out of regular vinyl, it's perfectly fine. Seriously, it's my favorite, and I've talked about it for years. This is the one roll I bought. Now, I don't do vinyl every day, but it was a lot of tape, and I have not run out. I don't know how they get rich because you don't keep buying this often. But I love it. It doesn't stick too much. On a sticker, you have to print backwards. Right, if you're putting it on the back inside a window, is that what you're thinking? Let me do it for you, okay? Let me show you what I mean. So let's bring you back into design space for a minute. Hold on, let me just get set up. Because it's hard to understand. So let's just do it. I don't want to restart anything now, so cancel. Okay. So this is my phrase, right? When I go to cut this out, and let's do it in a different color because the black is really hard to see when I go over there. So let me do it in a yellow. Or an orange maybe. So when I cut that out, the part that you're looking at is not sticky. The part on the back side is sticky. So when I say make it, Cricut's going to bring it over here. When I put this down on the paper, I put this down on my mat. I'm going to put it down like this. All right. I'm going to put it down just like that. And remember, what you see is what you get. So Cricut's going to go ahead and cut this just like what you see. Pull it ahead a little so it can do it. Now, if I were doing it with heat transfer, that's different. Heat transfer vinyl, which is iron-on, is completely different, just to make our heads hurt. And we have to do that one a little bit different. But this one, it's going to be matte because it's rolled up down here. Don't get mad. I also don't cut my vinyl. I just keep this nice and long because I know this comes in, I forget what size this was. This was, look, this was 12 inches by 5 feet. So I don't need a whole 12 inches to fit my mat. I don't know exactly what I'm going to need. Let me show you how I do it, and then I don't waste much vinyl. Interesting. Okay, unload. Just move this back again. All right, so now we have it like this, right? I'm going to peel this off and get my mat out of the way. Then I'm going to bring my paper trimmer up. And can you see where it, see it's right here? So I'm going to load this in the trimmer, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not cutting off any of my letter, and I'm going to trim. So this is all it took. Okay, so it should have done that. And now I can also save this piece over here. I can save this, and because remember, Cricut cuts where on your mat where you see it. So I can position this little leftover piece on my mat. I don't have to waste as much. And now, when I peel this off, the sticky part, Cheryl, it's never too late. This is sticky back here. This is the part I'm going to see. Right? So I didn't have to flip it because that's the way Cricut cut it. All right, this is the matte finish, and this is the sticky part on the back. So I don't need to worry about flipping it. Let me bring you back into Design Space for a sec. If you're looking up here and I change my material, browse, and I'm going to go to iron on, And let's just say I pick everyday iron on and say done. When I come in here, look at this warning I get. Make sure mirror is turned on and the iron on is shiny side down. Totally different materials. So in this case, yes, I would need to flip it because Design Space is going to, and it's going to know that, it's going to cut on the back of the vinyl. Because the way heat transfer vinyl comes, it doesn't use transfer tape. It comes attached to a clear, oh, I can grab you one. Hold on just a sec. Let me grab you a piece and I can show you what I mean. Well, here's some cool heat transfer. This is actually a good way to show you. This is heat transfer vinyl. See how shiny it is? This is regular vinyl. Now, it's really hard for you to see, I know. But this isn't sticky, and it doesn't have a backing on it like this one does, right? So this just peels away. This doesn't. So Cricut's going to cut this on this side, then I flip it over, and I iron on this side, and this melts the adhesive back here. So that one, yes, you do need to flip it. Regular vinyl, just straight up the way you see it. And then you go ahead and weed. And now just because I stuck that on a card doesn't mean it has to. This could go on a scrapbook page. What if I wanted this to go all the way across my page in a scrapbook layout? I could just change it from the 5 1/4 that I set it to. I could do it to 11.49. Remember, that's as big as Cricut will cut. Or I can do it on the longer mat and I can go this way. If I want to go the full 12 inches, I can. I can also do it on a diagonal. So there's lots of different ways that you can do it. And we are spending the month of December doing vinyl projects. So as part of the membership, there are 2 vinyl classes. One, I have 2 commissioned projects that people have asked me to do. I don't ever like to do that. But one is for church and the other is a super good friend. So I said, okay, I would do it. So what I'm going to show you is if somebody asks you to do something, how do you figure out how much vinyl you have? What do you need? So that's part of the membership this month too, is how do you, someone else, or you decide you want to do something and you don't want one of them, you might need 50 of them. How much vinyl does that need? So those are all parts of doing it. We're not talking about commercially doing it, just, right? Wouldn't that be beautiful on a scrapbook page? It's so pretty. I love this. And this is a font that I've downloaded thinking, oh, I love it. But I could never use it because it never could cut. It can draw. It can draw really nice, but it really can't cut because it's just so dainty, but so pretty. All right, so this could go on the wall. It could go right on my Cricut. You know what? I think that's where it's going to go today. So let's use, since I have this. So let's show how we can put it on our Cricut. Because truthfully, those of you that have known me for a long time, Elena, I don't know. I might be able to tell you. I will look. I don't know off the top of my head. It's in my favorites, but I don't know. And it's on the other computer. Let me just look, though. I can tell you. Those of you that know me for a long time know that Cricut is such a part of my life. So I am really thankful. I am really thankful for what Cricut has been able to give us and share with me, and the friends that I've made, and the excitement that I get when I create something I love. It is... It's magic. Barley, is that it? Barley Regular. Barley, regular. All right, so very thankful. We're going to do the same thing. Now, I don't have to be quite as fussy because I'm not putting it on paper. About making sure that my transfer tape isn't really pressed down. Again, I like to do it the same way we take the mat away from your design and I can see what's happening. So I kind of peel this back, right? And now I'm ready to transfer it. And I'm going to put that right here. Press it on down. And then again, just kind of peel it back like this. Don't just lift it up. Peel it back. There it is. Isn't it the coolest thing? So satisfying. Vinyl just makes you feel like, gosh, I'm really talented. I will say vinyl, whenever I go to make a gift, it's a vinyl project for sure. I love my cards and I love my paper crafting. Cheryl, me. Come online. Join us. That is exactly what you need. You won't, I'm telling you, doing it in person is so different. The reason online works is because you get to watch it again and again and again. You go to a class and you come home and the dog needs to go for a walk and the phone rings and you make dinner and you've completely forgotten what you do. I've been teaching online for 10 years and I'm telling you, it is the best way to learn this machine. It truly is. If it's not me, then pick someone else, but I swear online is the way to go. Because you go to a class and it's great and it makes sense when you're there, but then you walk away and it's gone. I really don't want to toot my own horn. You guys can do it. Thank you. I have a lot of people that have figured it out because of what we do. And we do it again and again. I recommend that you watch the class with me. This is recorded, so you can watch this again later. If you look in the classroom, which again, the easiest way to find it is right there, and it'll say Cricut Classes, and you click on that. There's one that says, oh, I can show you, hold on. There's one that says Free 2020 Cricut Classes. Right here, this one. And that's where tonight's class will be as well. And it will go in there. But you can, it's free. And you come down and you can see other ones that we've been making, okay? If you want some basic, I need to get started somewhere, I don't have the latest class open for enrollment right now. It is part of this. One thing I had set up, and I have some stuff on YouTube, but no, this is in my classroom. It's not on YouTube. And you guys have heard me say this before. YouTube is great once you know what you're looking for. If you have no idea what you're looking for, it can be like wandering through the library aimlessly because you don't know what you're looking for and you don't know what to ask. You don't know the right question. The other problem with YouTube is Cricut Design Space changes all the time. It's always updating. It's always changing. I have classes that I taught last year that they're not valuable anymore because it looks totally different. So you have to make sure, at least with me, you have to make sure that you're taking the latest, most current class so that you're getting what it actually looks like now, not what it looked like 6 months ago. Cricut changes it all the time. Anyway, I have this with 2 options. If you sign up for the monthly membership and it just charges you $30 a month. If you want to do it just for 1 month, it's $40, just 1 month at a time. But I'm going to open the first month for the same $30 if you want to just try it. Those of you that have signed up for the membership and you're not positive and you want to change your mind, let me know. I'm going to switch this and drop it to the same price for 1 month just for December, because I want people to see what it looks like. So if you don't want to commit, you just want to give it a shot, it's the price of 2 classes, and you get way more than 2 classes. This is what we're doing. You will get 10 card SVG. Oh yeah, SVGs are good forever. Absolutely. So any SVGs that are in these classes, you have them forever. So you'll get 10 cards, 5 class SVGs for scrapbook layouts. You'll get SVG titles. Those are yours. Supplies that I'm using, but you can use whatever you have. And then my favorite things that I change every other week. But I have some cool things that I love to share with you. Becky shares things with me often, so some of Becky's shares will be in there. But it's a good place to have it. And then we have our own Facebook group, so it's people that are talking about the same thing. You don't have to have someone talking about something that you don't know what that is. Everyone will be on the same page. So anywho, if you're thinking about, I need to learn this, December's not a good month for me. Good news, it's always recorded. So you can watch it whenever. They're also downloadable from here. So if you want to download something and watch it on your iPad later, the same with these, even the free ones, these are downloadable. So you look at the class recording, you click on that, and you just click the red download button and you can have that. All right. All right, well, I think that's enough about me. Anywho, thank you so much for coming tonight. It was great to share this with you. And as you can tell, I am super excited about our club and the idea of having this warm, fuzzy place to hang out and share the love of things that we all enjoy. So I probably won't. Oh, I have a class tomorrow night. So if you're in that class, I'll see you then. Tomorrow night is the shadow boxes. The Christmas one. Oh, there's Wicked Glare, huh? Or, whoopsie, our Gather one. I have paper on it. This one. So those are tomorrow night. But if not, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Please stay safe, everybody. If you go out, wear a mask. If not, enjoy your family.